Here we are at Torreya State Park. This is the Gregory House, built in 1849. It's a beautiful example of Georgian architecture. Here is the Torreya tree. Population is about 200 now, after the devastating disease in the 1950s.
Yeah, you'll have to. The house originally sat actually across the river right behind the house, and how much higher it sat. Right now it would be flooded with the river being up so high.
Oh yeah.
So that's why they had to build it up. But it was built in the mid-1800s by Jason Gregory, and he actually acquired up to 3,500 acres.
Wow.
And yeah, oh, that's neat. Women. And of course they make some for men, but it's not as nice.
Is that a spittoon?
Yes.
Oh
That's
my
for
goodness.
women. Yeah.
It's the tip-off. They make it for men.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
We had a couple for the gentlemen there at the back door. The library area. That's actually the oldest piece of furniture in the house. It's from the late 1700s. There's been one pane of glass replaced on the lower left, and actually that has cracked again. But the others, they're original. You can see the wavy motion.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow, it's been well taken care of.
Yes. Yes. They actually used the veneer back then, and I thought that was more of a modern way to make furniture, but actually that was the way they did it. Wow, they look like ladybugs. They're actually Japanese beetles, and there is no way at this time of year to keep them out.
Really?
I mean, all the windows shut completely, but they find their way. We're shorter than we are today. So, and then there's the gentleman spittoons. Area. Have you ever heard of accordion candle?
An accordion candle? No.
Accordion?
No.
C-O-U-R-T-I-N-G?
No.
The parents back in those days, they knew more about the prospective dates coming over than we don't, today. So he had the option, if he was wealthy or, his family was wealthy and had a lot of land, this, that, and the other, he could give that prospect a little bit more time when he got here.
Ah.
Of course, when it went down, though, it was time to leave. You didn't want to wear out your welcome. Even a house this size, if you moved the whole thing, that would be just a major, and of course, back then they didn't have the methods to do it, so they took it all apart. And the floors are not original. There's only one bedroom suite, which is upstairs, that is original to the oldest living daughter. Formal dining room. And actually, where this window is, there was a door leading to the kitchen, built off of the house, similar to the way we have our office built off. It's the original bedroom suite, everything except the footlocker, which I was a great nephew of Jason Gregory. He was in the around the Civil War era, and he used that. And actually, there was a descendant of his that took a tour and has agreed to donate some of his. Beautiful. Man, it takes a large oak tree to create that. That's not a solid piece, but it does nevertheless take a large oak tree. So, but she actually died in that bed in 1916. Yeah, and the bottom floor was flooded. Places for the fireplace. So, and in that sense, the closets, even if it was a closet or a door, it was taxed back then. So they still built everything lower. So.
Yes, and even the shower head again.
Yeah.
That's always fun to see. We actually did see something. Where was that in? Was that in New Orleans or? We'll let you know if one comes on.
Well, they actually had to. Yeah, they actually had to hire a doctor when they did live in the. It did come up a few more feet, actually. Yeah, and we'll walk out there. That's one of my favorites. But actually, when they hired the doctor, that was part of the deal, is that he moved into a new bedroom.
This is the nursery.
Sewing machine.
Yeah, that's amazing, that's something.
That actually, I know you've heard of the Singer Corporation.
Right.
Well, they actually stole that idea. That was before Singer. And of course, they took that idea and ran with it. And it went from side to side, or side to side instead of back to front on the way they sewed. But back then they didn't have the patent laws that we have today, so it should live. Yeah. Thanks for being.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
So pick it up, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, if you had that, you were considered uptown back then. So, hey, that was talked on about it. Yeah, but they periodically do some work in the house, so to speak. And that's a portrait of Jason Gregory's sister. And over the years, people donate items from that time.
Beautiful, beautiful home. Beautiful. And for those of you that don't know about hills in Florida, think of Florida as being flat. There's hills here. Take a look. We're taking the River Bluff Trail down to the Apalachicola River. And here's a magnolia tree. Big, broad, shiny leaves. Still moving downhill here. So far, we've come this far. Don't forget to check for slash marks to keep yourself on the path. This is Battery's Bluff, also called Neal's Bluff, where a Confederate battery of 6 cannons was established in 1863 to protect the river against Union boats. And this is Confederate gun placement number 1.
So where it would have been if it would have kind of hit through here, it would have been further down.
So this is the second battery. Another battery. And number 3. And again, here's the river.
You see some
Holly.
huge amounts of them.
Just in time for Christmas. Here's the gun placement number 4. Now remember, this was 1863, so these trees were much smaller, and many of them non-existent then, so the view of the river was not blocked, it was clear. Now this is about as close as we're going to get to the river. Trail's closed, but you can see how fast the water's moving, and it is definitely high. This is a beautiful area, and if you've been to North Carolina or Virginia, this might remind you of those areas. And here's the final gun placement. Very close to the river. Well, we're a little winded, but we're still talking. It was a great hike. Got to see some interesting things.
Yeah.
I call this a hill.
Oh yeah, this is a hill.
Keep right at the fork in 2 miles, County Route 270.